Hello. We're in my garage because this is not a good angle. I've filmed this 3 times now because I'm so awkward. But okay, we're gonna start off with internals. We have 2 internals in Ncea Lvl art. I'll put the numbers here. Basically for those 2 I actually got M because I didn't do very well on those. I think when you first start art, you start off with sketching and dyeing from these pictures that you get. I don't know, different schools might have different photos, but I went to Avondale College. I go to Avondale College, and we had like this crush can, mailboxes, etc. Those drawings are honestly painful. I cried 3 times. As you can see, my drawings aren't actually that good. I personally would recommend actually really trying for at least 2 of them so that your artboard can look nice. Yeah. Then for the second internal, you do mixed media stuff, I think. I actually forgot which one it was, but I believe it's these ones. And you have stencils, and then you make collages, and then you stencil things. Or you could choose which ones you put on your board, but I decided to put all my, like, the work where you get a piece of plastic and you trace your face and sketch it out and then layer it with ink and then put it into the press onto some cardboard and then you draw backgrounds on it. I actually got in for this one too. Yeah, which sucks. For the second art piece, oh actually it's down there. You do 2 self-portraits. I actually redid my one 3 times because I really didn't like it. Your other pieces, you do 2 perspective drawings. As you can see, my perspective's a bit wonky for this one, and for this one it's very minimalistic. There isn't that much shading. I just put Death Note references in that one, so yeah. I recommend actually putting more detail than I did. Like this collage looking thing with different sections, and you section it off and paint different things. For me, last year in 2021, we actually had lockdown through most of this, so it was quite hard because, as you can see, this piece of cardboard, they're not actually together. I glued 3 pieces together. Yeah, so you're gonna do all of this, and then for your last painting, you have this really long painting which, like, you get this artist and you try to incorporate stuff like shapes, patterns, collaging, different techniques. Now on to tips. My tips and tricks and things I wish I did in level 1 art, which is I wish I tried a lot more on some of the things that I didn't quite enjoy. Even though they are quite simple things or things you think you don't need, I really recommend actually trying because honestly the practice really helps. My other tip is use a lot of techniques. Technique everywhere. Do some drips, do different, like the ruler and the paint, sponges, like just technique everywhere. It honestly really helps as they mark you on technique, as well as like composition and stuff. And also I recommend actually focusing on things you like to draw, because you're obviously gonna do better if you're doing something you enjoy. Like if you enjoy lots of like skulls or things like that, that would be really good to incorporate in your whole artboard. I also recommend having a reoccurring theme such as like butterflies, architecture, something like that, because they do want to have some reoccurrence or stuff like that. Also, yeah, things that mean a lot to you, such as like places you come from, like if you did Sky City for Auckland, or like I did a couple of Thai newspapers and like Thai symbols and stuff, and do some other things that you like enjoy. Like I drew my ukulele, and I drew me when I got my first electric guitar, and I don't know, I just drew myself with a yoke. Yeah, I recommend doing a lot of things that you enjoy because it'll really help and really push your grade a bit further.